Good morning. Thank you for the camera work, Kat. You are amazing. Hello to all of y'all. Welcome to Zen Zoo. And partying is exhausting. Timothy had one heck of a birthday this morning. And I think he's about ready to rest. I said, don't go to sleep yet. It's almost yoga time. And I swear he rolled his eyes at me and said, yoga is so boring. My party was way more fun. So back to the hippos. And it's certainly a celebratory day. I feel like being silly and moving our bodies quite a bit, right? Nothing fancy, nothing hard. But let's make it a meditation in motion today. To help celebrate Timothy's birthday, 5 years old, this one. And a celebration of sorts for each and every one of us. If you are here with me, that's a celebration. You know, sometimes getting onto your mat is the hardest thing to do. And if you have done that, you are winning. So we're going to focus on the breath as always. Helping ourselves to stay healthy and happy so we can navigate through this craziness and meet out on the other side filled with more bliss and clarity and ready to take on whatever comes our way. Find your comfortable seat. I have once again brought my Mexican blanket. I'm loving it. Make yourself comfortable. Find a seat. I'd like to just tap into the breath before we start moving and flowing. Once you arrive, feel, notice, draw your attention to the ground beneath your seat bones, your feet, and your legs. Be aware of any resistance that might be here. Sometimes it's hard to let go. Letting go is hard, but we're going to work on that. So finding your comfortable seat without pushing too hard against anything. Once you're grounded down, begin to notice your breath. Timothy. Eyes open or closed. Your body, your breath, your practice. Inhale, even bigger on your next inhalation. Let yourself get taller. The crown of your head will rise up higher to the ceiling here. And then exhale. See if you can soften a little more. Big inhale through the nose. Broaden your chest. Let your shoulders drop away from your neck. Exhale, either open your mouth or just breathe out of your nose. Exhale. Follow your own lead and let your breath guide you. Let's bring some movement in once you're grounded and comfortable. Inhale, lift your arms out and up. Exhale, take it over towards the left. Spin that right shoulder behind you and look up at the ceiling on the inside of that right arm. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, take it over towards the right. Spin that left shoulder open, lift your heart high. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center, slow and steady. Let it be your own personal dance. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Let's stay for a couple breaths here. sometimes there's still a lot of opening that needs to take place. And right here, that right hip might be trying to come up and get you further over towards the left. See if you can ground down through that right seat bone and feel the stretch from the waist up. A little lateral stretch here. Inhale, come back to center when you're ready. Palms touch overhead, take a gaze up, get longer. Exhale over towards the right. And we'll stay for a few breaths on this side as well. There might be one side that needs more attention. This is my side. Take bigger, deeper breaths right into any tension you might be feeling, any soreness. I think a lot of us this springtime, we are working out a little more than we're used to. We might be feeling it in our bodies, so let's make sure we get that stretch in. Slow and steady. Use the breath to help you. Again, ground down through that left seat bone here. We're not trying to get over further. Letting things unravel organically and naturally. Taking our time. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Just observe the rising and falling of each breath here. If your thumbs are pressing into your heart, have you lifted your heart rate a little bit? Just be aware of that sensation. Be with the aliveness of each fresh new breath. If you are sitting on a blanket, you can slowly begin to release your hands down. I'm going to move my blanket out of the way. We're going to do another little flow. It's going to be a Janu Shirshasana and another side stretch here. So extend your right leg out. Your right leg is active. Foot is flexed. The sole of your left foot comes right on the inside of your right leg here. Ground down through those seat bones. Move any cushion that you need to. Ground down, rise up, broaden your chest. Shoulders drop behind you. Inhale, begin to twist to the right. Look at that right leg. And then exhale, slowly begin to walk forward. This one takes some time, so I don't want to start flowing right away. Remember, it's all about that journey and the transition. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. It's a nice little gentle twist. Should be gentle. Be gentle with yourself. Maybe a piriformis stretch over here. Inhale. Maybe you can move over towards the right a little bit more. Exhale, fold in. You're trying to lay flat on your right leg eventually. So we're keeping shoulders square here. Keep hinging using your breath, and those of you without showing off, do what's right for your body. You can take a bind here. Also, if you want to use a strap, you can place it at the bottom of your foot and hold either side of the strap. Again, here, we're not trying to get over further or touch our toes. That's not the point. Bring that left shoulder down if you feel it coming up. You'll get a better side body stretch here. Let your head relax, just a couple more breaths. This is Janu Shirshasana. Once we're opened up, we are going to flow a little bit. Tap into that Ujjayi breath if this is unfamiliar. Let's turn off that fight, flight, or freeze response. A lot of us might be quite familiar with that these days. Always coming home, coming back to the breath to lift that up. Okay, feel free to slowly begin to come up. Use your hands. We're going to inhale. Bring that left hand behind you. Spin over onto your left knee and extend your right arm high. A right side body stretch. Take a couple breaths here. Timothy. Inhale, see if you can get longer. And then exhale, bring it down. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, bring it down. 3 more, just like that. Slow and steady. Feel that unraveling. Be with the aliveness of your breath and your body. It's a celebration indeed. We're going to switch sides so you can extend your left leg, bend your right knee. Sole of your right foot comes on the inside of your left leg. Left leg is active, foot is flexed. Move any cushions that you need to. Ground down and rise up. Feel yourself getting taller. Your spine is growing here. Chin is slightly tucked. Crown of your head going higher. Chest broad. Letting your heart always lead the way. And then let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Inhale, begin to face your left leg. Get tall again. And then exhale, begin to fold in. Slow and steady. It's a process. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold on in. Inhale, slow and steady. Relax your face, relax your jaw. Exhale, unravel a little more. Use that strap on this side if you enjoyed that on the other side, if you have one to use. Use whatever you've got. I'm all looking over here like, can I use your things, Timothy? If you're sleeping. And then those of you who want to take a bind, please feel free to do that. Remember, we're not trying to get anywhere. If you're trying too hard, relax a little more. Back off. That right shoulder should stay down a little more. Shoulders square here. Follow your breath. Unhinge your jaw. You can bring the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth here, if that helps. A couple more breaths here. Self-inquiry can help us to get all of the answers that we need. Tapping into that parasympathetic nervous system, we should be feeling calmer and more relaxed. Slowly begin to lift yourself on up. Bring your right hand behind you on your next inhale. Lift yourself up onto your right knee. Stretch your left arm out, up, overhead, and behind. Stay here for a couple breaths on this first one. Get a feeling for this sensation. On your next exhale, bring yourself down. Inhale, come on up. About 5 on this side. Move with your own breath. Is your mindfulness flourishing yet? More and more present with each and every breath and each and every movement. Once you've done your 5 or so, come back to center. And we're going to come up into tabletop. Kick your legs behind you. Use a cushion for those knees if that's more comfortable for you. I don't plan on being here long, but let's take a few cat-cows, making our spine supple. Press down into that index finger and that thumb. Inner spiral your forearms here. Keep a micro bend in your elbows so you're not locking out. And then outer spiral your upper arms. Your shoulders are going to relax nicely on your back. Draw your navel in. Hips right over your knees here. Once you've got your strong, steady table and you're ready for an inhale, take a gaze up, drop your belly, lift your hips. Exhale, round your spine. Tuck your chin, scoop your tailbone. Inhale for your cow, gaze up, pull those shoulders away from your ears, tailbone lifts higher. Exhale, round your spine. Tuck your chin, scoop your tailbone here. Take a few more with your own breath, feeling things out for yourself. Everybody is different. That was one big party, Timothy. Nice work, my friend. We're not done celebrating. We're just getting warmed up. Come back to center when you are ready. Go ahead and tuck your toes, send your hips high for downward facing dog. Shake your head no. Release any tension there. Keep walking your dog. Pardon me, having this microphone is a whole new experience for me. Get a nice big opening stretch for your entire back body here. Bending one knee at a time, stretching your legs. Get still once you've had enough walking. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Foot is flexed. We're going to leave it here for a few breaths. Your inner right thigh is going high to the sky here. About 3 deep breaths. And then slowly begin to bend your right knee. Open your hip. Rotate that right ankle a little bit here. Getting our joints prepared for more movement. And then for all of you go-getters, if you are feeling ready, since we're in a celebratory mode here, feel free to flip your dog. You can bring that right leg up and over. Extend that right arm, lift your hips high. That's for you, Timothy. The party has not ended. When you're ready, flip yourself back on up. 3-legged dog here. That right leg straight behind you. Exhale. Shift forward. Your right knee comes to your right elbow. Navel in. Shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale. Shift forward. Navel in. This time in the right knee to left elbow. Hold it, squeeze it. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose, lift your hips, make space, and then step on through for warrior 1. Left toes kick out at about 45 degrees. Ground down and rise up. I always like to start with the foundation first. Feel free to do the same. You can bring your hands to your hips. Let's ground down first. Make enough space for those hips. Right hip back, left hip forward. Imagine you are on a slab of ice here. And if you don't draw those feet towards one another, woo, hello, splits. Are you ready for the splits? If not, draw your right heel towards your left foot. Navel draws in. Scoop the tailbone. Once you have that solid foundation, go ahead and rise up. 3 slow, deep breaths. As you're rising up more with each inhale, feel yourself getting taller. Inhale, last time, prepare for the transition. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower all the way down to your belly. Use your knees if you need to. Exhale, elbows graze the sides of your body. Untuck your toes, press all 10 toes into the mat. Hands under shoulders. When you're ready for an inhale, come up for your cobra. 3 deep breaths. Pull your heart through. We're not using our arms. In fact, hover your hands. Strengthening the low back, protecting your low back with your glutes and your legs. On your last inhale, go a little higher. Exhale, release. Make yourself back on up into downward facing dog in whatever way works best for you today. Once you arrive, inhale through your nose, fill yourself up completely. And then open your mouth and let it go. Inhale, your left leg high. In the beginning, let's keep this leg straight. Foot is flexed, your inner left thigh going higher to the ceiling. Lots of opening for the back of the right leg here, and your heel never has to touch your mat. Slow and steady. Do not force anything, please. And then go ahead and open your hip here. Lift that left knee a little higher and begin to make circles with your left ankle here. For those of you who are wanting to flip the dog, if you did so on the other side, feel free to do it here. You're going to spin over towards the right. Left toes come behind you. Lift your left arm high. Reach out, reach up. Take a few deep breaths. And then slowly come back to center when you're ready. 3-legged dog, left leg high, inhale. And then exhale, shift forward, left knee, left elbow, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, cross it over, left knee, right elbow, navel draws in, you got this. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, lift those hips high, make enough space so you can step through for warrior one this side. Right toes kick out at 45. Take your time. Take your time. Again, I always like to remind myself, one step at a time, right? Ground down, left hip comes back this side, right hip forward. Navel in, tailbone scoops. Once you're grounded, go ahead and rise up. Let your heart lead the way. No need to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. Let them drop on down. 3 deep breaths here. One last inhale to prepare for that transition. Exhale, bring your hands on either side of your left foot. Step back into plank pose and take your vinyasa with a chaturanga, knees down or up. Do what serves your body best. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. In your up dog, just your feet and your hands will be touching. Exhale, downward facing dog. Oh, hippo friends, where'd you go? Slowly begin to walk your feet up towards your hands once you've arrived. Uttanasana, standing forward fold at the front of your mat. Micro bend in your knees, maybe. We've stretched our legs quite a bit. You can begin to straighten your legs. No need to lock out your knees. Let your head be heavy. Let your arms be heavy. Take a bind that serves you well today. Every day's a little different, right? Maybe you want to grab opposite elbows here. If you really want to increase your stretch, I like to grab my elbows behind my legs here. Feel free to give that a shot too. Remember, we're not showing off, we're just doing what works best for our bodies at this time. For those of you who would like to open your shoulders, you can clasp your hands at your low back here and then slowly begin to lift your palms up overhead. Maybe someday they will touch the floor. Is today your day? Yeah, no. I've been practicing 20 years and today's not my day. Keep a micro bend in your elbows here. A few deep breaths so you can watch the unraveling. Feel the opening. Relax into it. Release any bind that you have. Lower your hands to your mat or your shins with your next inhale. Lift up halfway. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands down. Bring your left foot in towards the center. We're going to come up for standing splits. Lift your right leg high. We're not trying to get that leg up to touch the sky. Just play around with it gently. Always tapping into the breath first. Let your head be heavy. Relax your head and your neck. And then if you want to practice your balance here, see if you can make a bind behind your ankle or your leg. And then we are going to come into Shakti Squats for a little strengthening in the legs. Inhale, bring your hands back on either side of your left foot, lift that right leg high. And then exhale, bend both knees, bring those right toes behind you on the other side of your left foot. Inhale, standing splits. Exhale, Shakti Squat. Inhale, 3 more, 5 total. Follow your own breath and your own pace here. Feel if you have opened up and gotten longer on that last breath. And once you arrive and you finish and your knees are still bent after your 5th Shakti squat, have a seat. We're going to come into a spinal twist here. Left foot on the outside of your right leg. See if you can get those both seat bones down a little bit here. Make sure you have good visuals. Once you're grounded, inhale, get taller. And then exhale, grab that left knee closer to you with your right arm. Bring the left arm behind you. Gaze over your left shoulder. 5 deep breaths. Begin to notice the opening and the shifting in your body. With each and every breath, you may be able to bring that left seat bone closer to the floor. Maybe. Not too little, not too much. No need to force into anything. When you're ready, slowly come back to center. Bring both hands on the outside of your body on the right and take a little Chaturanga of sorts. Give the low back a little break. And then we're going to spin back on over. Lift that right leg high. And then lower it down. Shake your knees here. Move your hips. Shake your head. Bring your fingertips to your mat or your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring that right foot now in the center of your mat. Exhale, kick that left leg high. Standing splits this side. Let your head be heavy. Get situated and play around with maybe taking a bind, testing your balance here. Maybe both hands come around your right ankle or your calf. Balance is tricky. We're going to be doing some more balance poses for sure. All right, bring your hands back on either side of that right foot here. Inhale, lift your left leg high. 5 Shakti Squats this side. Exhale, left toes come right behind you. Bend both knees. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale and lower. 3 more with your own breath at your own pace here. After your 5 Shakti Squats, stay down, both knees bent. We're going to plop on down and take that spinal twist on the other side. Right foot just on the outside of that left knee. Try and find those seat bones. I always find that it's tricky in the beginning, but once you get tuned into your breath and your body, you'll start to notice and feel the opening more. Once you're grounded as much as you can be, inhale to prepare. And then exhale, draw that right knee close to you with your left arm. Bring that right hand behind you. Gaze over your right shoulder here. 5 deep breaths. You are massaging your internal organs with this movement, with your breath. Be with the aliveness of each fresh new breath right here, right now. Slowly begin to unravel, come back to center, and we'll take that half Chaturanga, hands on the left side of your body. Bow down. Slowly coming. Which way were we? Let's spin back towards the front. Send that right leg high. Inhale. And then exhale, lower it down. Shake out your legs, shake your head, shake your arms. Ground down through your feet, micro bend in your knees, and roll up one vertebrae at a time. Ragdoll, taking our way back to the mountain, your mountain. I know you're stronger. I know you're more stable. Enjoy it. Feel it. Stay with yourself for a while with your breath here. Feel free to do what your body needs in this moment. I'm going to finish up because I'm loving the short and sweet morning bliss, right? Thank you for joining me to help shift the energy in your body. I know getting out of bed, right, in the mornings is sometimes the hardest thing. And then getting onto your mat is the next hardest thing. So pat yourself on the back if you have practiced with me today. And continue to give us feedback. Reach out. And Timothy, MIA. Well, we know I think he went back to his party. Woo! And please do continue to celebrate where you're at in your life right now, right? Let's continue to lift each other up because life is good and we've got this. Much love, many blessings. Namaste.